It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the
And that should wake everybody up. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on a marvelous Monday. My name is Mark Daniels.
Good morning and happy Monday, Bahamas. I'm Gabrielle Gardner and your guest host for today.
Gabrielle, we're so happy to have you back.
Thank you.
I knew you were coming today, so I put on my jacket. So I look official.
Very sharp.
I'm digging the pink jacket. I think I can rock that because guys walk pink too, right?
Absolutely.
I can get away with that. Not only during breast cancer month.
Breast cancer month, I was going to say, but definitely pink all year round.
Yes. How was your weekend?
I had a fabulous weekend. Just got to spend some time with my family, chill, cook, have a good time.
That's good.
How about you?
Well, spent some time with family, my brother-in-law, Phil Smith. Happy 40th birthday. We had a small shindig by his house celebrating him. Went to a small family reunion with my wife's family. Big up to the Smiths, the Exuma and Long Island Smiths. I figure out who everybody is now. Y'all know who I is. I should be official, I in the family now. And then also watched the World Cup this weekend, opening of the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, which is the biggest sporting event on the planet for all of us football heads or, soccer heads for the rest of y'all, right? This is our holiday. This is a month of just binge watching, match after match, following your teams, putting your predictions out there, and it's a soccer player's holiday. So I don't think I gained a week. You can sit home all day and watch games, right?
So you just reminded me, I don't want to be remiss. My dad just turned 65.
Yay!
Okay? So we've been teasing him about getting his NIV benefits. So happy birthday to Pastor Dave Burrows, who's my beloved father.
Yes, Roughneck Pastor. I don't know if you go by that name anymore, but in primary school, we know who Roughneck Pastor was. Salute, sir, and enjoy another lap around the sun. Yeah, so we got an exciting show coming up today. We're going to be talking with the College Club Bahamas, and we're going to be finding out what they're doing with students. And we're also going to be talking with golfer Devaughn Robinson about his career.
Doctors Hospital is also here to talk about a new pharmacy location, and the Tourism Development Corporation will share details about the Hospitality Assured program.
Looking forward to that. But before we go to weather, we're inviting you to attend our Economic Resilience webinar, and it's happening tomorrow, Tuesday, November 22nd. And you tune in to learn strategies on how to weather financial uncertainty. It is a free virtual event. Free. We love that word.
Free 99.
Free 99. Exactly. And you can register now at tclevents.com. You don't want to miss it. Let's check in with Brother Godfrey Burnside with the weather and find out what's happening this week. It feels a little chilly. All the AC should be off and the bubble jackets are coming out. Brother Godfrey.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Bahamas. And your first look at weather at sunrise. We have that old front boundary now stationary across Grand Bahama, Abaco, triggering off some cloudy periods, some showers and possible thunderstorms. Radar showing some showers in the vicinity of that area this morning. High pressure will dominate the other islands during the week. So for the most part, we have variable cloudiness and breezy with a few scattered showers, possible isolated thunderstorms or the extreme northwest Bahamas in the Abaco, Grand Bahama, Bimini. The remaining islands, we are looking at a mix of sun and clouds, breezy, and there's a chance of a few showers, mainly during the afternoon hours. High temperature 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, still a bit breezy, with a few showers, isolated thunderstorms, mainly across Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. Low temperature going down to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 85 and 77. In Jamaica 87 and 79. In Trinidad 88 and 74. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 86 and 73. Across North America, Atlanta 63 and 31. In Raleigh 47 and 26. In Miami 78 and 72. Dallas, Texas 58 and 42. and Toronto, Canada, 36 and 32. As you go to the week, still have that quasi-stationary still across the extreme northwest Bahamas, triggering off some cloudy periods. The remainder of the islands, we have a mix of sun and clouds, so a nice week in store weather-wise. The temperature daytime will be in the mid to upper 80s daytime, at nighttime in the low to mid 70s. That puts you up in your first look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. College Club Bahamas is a leader-building, faith-based organization that supports the youth of our nation on their college journey. Here to talk with us about this are the pastors of Restoration Kingdom Ministries, Reverend Samantha Francis Wells, the CEO and founder of College Club Bahamas, and Reverend Cleveland Wells, the Vice President of College Club Bahamas with responsibility for the junior arm jump. Also joining the College Club coaches are Cateleen and Wells, who is responsible for public relations, and Samantha Charles, who serves as secretary of the club. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, so I'll start with you. Oh, I'm doing great, thanks. I'll start with you, Reverend Samantha.
Yes.
How did College Club Bahamas get started?
Boy, it's an amazing thing, right? So, some years ago, I had just left bar school and made a transition and decided I wanted to just. I'm a school counselor by profession, and so I realized that as much as I had this passion to practice law, I had a greater passion to work with the nation's children. And as a school counselor, I noticed that there was this gap where, students and their parents wanted college, they wanted mentorship, but there was nothing that was directly giving that. And in my office, I just had a bunch of students always coming and hanging and stuff. And so eventually what I started, I said, okay, I'm going to do a club. I didn't have a name at first, right? And as I evolved, because College Club is 8 years old, when I first started out, I just said, you know what, I'm just going to work with kids. The Lord will guide with a name. And so through the passion of myself, I know what it is to want to excel, and sometimes people don't see you. And so I just wanted to give kids a place where they could be seen, be heard, and hence College Club Bahamas came about.
That's amazing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
When you're talking about going to college, one of the things that comes to mind is young people have to develop a sense of passion for something. How do you help them identify, what their purpose is, what it is that they want to study?
If you don't know who you are, you really don't know where you're going. So the very first, at the beginning of College Club Bahamas, every semester, outside of learning the 3 R's, which is respect, responsibility, and be resourceful, the next thing is we start with the Sean Covey leadership teaching, with the 7 habits of highly effective teens. And if we don't get through all of the habits, we stick specifically with making sure we do this habit, begin with the end in mind.
Wow.
And the reason for that is we also teach from John Maxwell, if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. So no student in College Club leaves without 2 things. Begin with the end in mind, and knowing that, listen, if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. You have to be purposeful.
Yeah.
And then when you know your purpose, then you will know your potential.
Yes.
And when you know your potential, you could create your gift.
Come on. That's good Monday morning. I feel like I'm back in church. That is incredible work. I want to speak to Reverend Cleveland.
Yes.
Can you talk about the extent of the support that you offer to these young people?
Well, it is very, very important that we have the male represented
Yes.
in the organization. And so I am an awesome support to my wife, to College Club Bahamas. And as my wife would have stated, we have several components that we would use in order to be able to help the young men and the young ladies that would come into the program. One of the things we work on is the mindset. The mindset has to be in the place where they believe that they can go. There was a time when opportunities were not afforded to this level to the public school. And so College Club Bahamas, we build hope. We get them to understand that no matter what the obstacle you might face, no matter how great it is, you don't give focus to the obstacle. You give focus to believing that you can. And as a result of that, we will give you the necessary tools to help build you so that you believe that you can go to college. And that's one of the things we would often say to them. You can go in spite of your family background, in spite of what might have transpired with you as an individual, in spite of how broken you might have been or might be. We speak hope to them and we give them the tools like, of course, John Maxwell, the information that my wife would have mentioned, not only that, but the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. Definitely that's a tool that we would use. And then of course we are faith-based, so the Bible is definitely a great part of all that we do in CCB. And so we just do what we can to help to transform that mind, giving them hope so that they know that you can go to college.
Wow. So now I want to take a minute with the coaches. Of course, you all are working with these young people day in and day out. Are there any particular stories of young people whom you've worked with that stick out to you in terms of this process?
CCB has had several young individuals that have passed through their doors. And being there, I would say 2 or 3 years after the club's inception, it's incredible to see the amount of lives that have been touched. We have a I'd say 85% retention rate, and that's really, really good considering the fact of the there are different nationalities, there are different cultural backgrounds, and there are different financial backgrounds. So an 85% retention rate is very important for an organization like this.
That's excellent.
And speaking from a public relations standpoint, word of mouth, especially in the Bahamas, gets you very far. And when word of mouth extends into different communities, it's amazing to see the type of young people that are willing to, if you give them a platform to stretch themselves, will stretch themselves. So we have, there was a young student by the name of Destin Pratt, who is an amazing musician. Amazing musician. And if he sees this, is well known. So many people know exactly who he is. And Destin is going to graduate this year from Central State University.
Wow.
Has been a college club, has been a recipient of college club from day one, and graduated the class of 2019, and is basically going to be a graduate this year. And I think that what we as a nation need to focus on are the young people in our generation, because I'm only 22, but the young people in our generation that are making the moves to change what the mindset is towards our generation already. And I think that as young people and as Gen Zs and as millennials, I think it's our duty to make sure that the next step forward for these young people is not in vain. And I think that when you look at young people like Destin or young people like Joe's, who came from environments that I myself probably could, the growth, I couldn't manage my own self, waking up and taking 2 to 3 buses to get to school. So my thing is, we have to be intentional. It is our job as a nation to be intentional about these young people. And I might be young myself, but College Club has also helped me to obtain a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
So my thing is, and to go on to pursue my master's. So my thing is, we all have to be intentional
Yes.
about these young people. You have to let them know that the place that you have in your heart for them is intentional.
Wow. That's extremely powerful.
I would definitely say it's the mindset shift that I've seen in these students. It's, well, I deal with the day-to-day reaching out, making sure that they come out to College Club. Our meetings are every Friday at Restoration Kingdom Ministries, and that's at 5:30. And reaching out to students, letting them know, hey, are you coming out to College Club? And then you see the little hesitation there of, oh, they're just going to be talking about college, it's going to be boring, I'll just show up. And you see them come, and then they're a bit shy or, in their stations until you start getting into it. And you're like, this can't be the person that I reached out to and said that they didn't want to come, or you hear the little stories in the background where you're like, oh, this is going to be boring. But you see them having fun, you see them engaged into the activities that we're doing.
Yeah.
You see them actually initiating activities also, and like wanting to be up front, wanting to lead in praise and worship, wanting to lead in presentations. And you just see the shift and the totally different person that they've become just being a part of College Club. And then there's networking also, because there's so much different schools that are a part of College Club. They span from private, they span to public, and we have Family Island students that log on as well. And you see them interacting with each other, especially since the pandemic. There's a bit of awkwardness that occurred when we came back, but like you see the disappearance of that, and you see them melding together again. And just the mindset shift is just wonderful to me, and I love it. It's beautiful.
I love that. This is just an incredible work that you are doing, and I'm sure that people watching want to be a part of it. So how can students, parents, counselors even, who want to support someone, how can people get involved?
I'm going to let Sam handle that.
Okay. So you can actually reach out to us at 432-2417. That's a number. You can reach out to me, and I'll get out to you as quick as I can. And then we have our email, which is collegeclubbahamas@gmail.com. You could also find us on Facebook, and you can find us on Instagram. So,
all right.
College Bahamas also has different components to it as well. So there is a jump arm that is for younger individuals, grade 7 to 9. And it's the same teachings, you just get it early.
Wow.
So when you're done to 7 to 9, you go straight to 10 to 12. And then we take you to college too. We also have a college club that we keep for college students. So it's college. So we do college tours. We do all of those different types of things. Sam is our main secretary, so she's our main contact. And also, we also have an SAT and ACT center. So we don't just give you the tools emotionally and mentally to go to school. We actually physically prepare you. So we have colleges like Spring Hill College, Monroe College, Central State University, Texas, Texas State University that come in. We just had one last Friday and the Friday before that. So if your kids are interested, if you're interested in a higher education for your child, one of our slogans coined by the beautiful Pastor Sam is higher education breaks the backbone of poverty.
I love it. We're out of time, so I'm going to have to wrap us on that note, but that is an incredible note. Congratulations again to you on this incredible work. And thank you for having us. For what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Wouldn't it be satisfying to own your own piece of paradise? The most important investment you can make in your life is real estate, and Fidelity has the solution for you. You could become the owner of a home or a lot on any of our beautiful islands. Come and talk to a loan officer and inquire about how you can fund your goals with a loan today. Because we know it means a lot to own a lot. Visit us online at fidelitygroup.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit any of our branches, or phone 356-7764 in Nassau, or 352-6676 for Freeport.
Attention customers, next Tuesday, a major hurricane will cause complete confusion and chaos throughout the entire Bahamas. Water, phone, and internet services will be in short supply. Definite data loss is expected to all local and family island businesses.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Be ready with push-to-talk service that keeps you connected with your workforce with a simple push of a button. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Island.
Welcome back. Always on the move, Doctors Hospital Health System is opening up a pharmacy at a brand new location. Here to tell us all about this is Alexis Burrows, Marketing Director with Doctors Hospital Health System. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise, Mr. Burrows.
Good morning, man. How are you doing this morning?
We up dead early as usual, so we ready for the week, ready to take it on. It's a marvelous Monday, and we thank you for being up with us this morning too. So we're talking about a new pharmacy, talking about a new location. It's always exciting. We see Doctors Hospital doing new things. So tell us, where is this new location for this pharmacy?
So the newest location for Doctors Hospital's pharmacy is at the Pointe, which is just west of the British Colonial Hilton, just opposite McDonald's downtown. There to serve all of our local clients who frequent the downtown area, if you work in the downtown area, and obviously for tourists who may be walking up and down between cruise ships, hotels, and the like downtown.
Yeah, I did see that driving past. It did catch my eye. Love the signage. It stands out. And I thought about it, like, wow, this is actually a pretty convenient location. So the good thoughts with that. Will it be a full service pharmacy?
Yes, it will. So this location is going to offer both prescription and over-the-counter medications. And it also is going to act as a convenience store. So snacks, beverages, sundries, even some souvenir style items as well. Obviously, looking at the tourist market that may be in the downtown area. But it will be a full service pharmacy for anyone who is in need of prescriptions that works or frequents the area.
So we're familiar with the Collins Avenue Pharmacy, which is open 24 hours. Will this location also have similar opening hours?
So our Pointe location is going to be open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. And we are opening this Wednesday. Is going to be our first day of operation in the downtown area.
So we know about the Loyalty Advantage members that get benefits from other pharmacy locations. Will their benefits extend at this location as well?
So the LAMP benefits are system-wide within Doctors Hospital. So the same benefits that you get if you're a LAMP member apply here. So if you're a LAMP Access member, you get the same 10% discount. If you're a LAMP NHI member, you get the same 15% discount. If you're a prepaid LAMP member, you get the 30% discount. And if you're a LAMP insured member, then you'll have your copay or your co-insurance waived for your prescriptions. So the exact same benefits that you get in the hospital and any other location for our pharmacy, you will get at the Pointe.
That is wonderful news for all of us who utilize Doctors Hospital pharmacies. Once again, a convenient location. We know that there's been supply chain issues happening around the world, especially when it comes to medication availability. Does this new location have all the medicines available, and is it fully stocked?
It is fully stocked and we are ready to go. One thing I can compliment our team on is, our entire leadership team, especially in the pharmacy, has been very keen on keeping an eye on the supply chain issues and trying to be ahead of the curve in terms of making sure that we have medications in stock, obviously for the main hospital location, but as well as our new location at the Pointe. So we are fully stocked and ready to go. All of your standard and even not so standard prescriptions will be available at this location.
Fantastic. Now, you talked about a little bit just now about your team procuring the right medicines and making sure they're available. Tell us a little bit more about the pharmacy team at Doctors Hospital Health System.
So our team is made up of a group of pharmacists as well as pharmacy technicians. Obviously, they've been doing a tremendous job in operating both the inpatient and outpatient pharmacy at the main hospital location, but they've been hard at work over the past few months putting all of the necessary bells and whistles in place, taking all of the preparations for this location. And they've been doing an excellent job led by our Director of Pharmacy, Dr. Tamara Dean, as well as Ms. Michaela Stubbs, who are both pharmacists that work in our space. So they've been leading the charge in getting everything up and running for this location at the Pointe.
Now, I'm familiar with Doctors Hospital, and I've worked there previously in a former life as an ENT, but I always know that Doctors Hospital loves to train internally. And so if somebody wanted to become a pharmacy tech and work their way up to being a pharmacist, are there any programs available through Doctors Hospital itself, or what do you recommend somebody do if they're interested in getting into the pharmacy industry, pharmaceutical industry?
Yes, there's definitely a program that we offer through the hospital, through our Institute of Learning for pharmacy technicians. So if someone's interested in that, they can go to our website and look up IOL, and you'll find all of the information about the different programs and courses available, which would include the pharmacy technician certification course.
That's awesome. That's awesome because, you know, it's important to have, you know, new trained individuals coming in. I always love the Doctors Hospital, once again, loves to promote its own, encourages training and continual learning. And so if any of you out there that want to get your career in a new direction, check out Doctors Hospital. Their learning resources, their courses, and outside of being a pharmacy tech, there's many other roles you can play in Doctors Hospital Health System. So check it out, you guys. You will be pleasantly surprised, and you will not regret it. So tell us, there are many pharmacies out there. Why choose Doctors Hospital Pharmacy?
So outside of the LAMP benefits, which we've already discussed, Doctors Hospital's pharmacy offers a lot of services and opportunities for how we deliver pharmacy. So for example, we offer delivery of medications. It's free of charge. We offer curbside pickup at the main hospital. We offer the LAMP discounts. We also have a pick up now, pay later program where you can collect your medications and pay within 14 days after you've already received them. And then coming to the downtown area based out of the Pointe location, we're also going to be offering same day delivery for everything that's sold in the store. So people can look out for that as soon as we get up and running. That's going to be one of the main services is delivery in the area. So, you know, if you're working downtown and you have a prescription that you need to fill, or you need to get some sort of over-the-counter medications or something like that, you'd be able to order through our website and get those items delivered to you right in the downtown area, free of charge.
I love that. I love that. You know, we like that word free. Right? So just another reason why Doctors Hospital Health System is the choice to go to, not only for your medical needs and treatments, but the pharmacy as we're here talking about. So as we wrap up, do you have anything you want to say to your pharmaceutical team? I know in the past few weeks there's been a lot of news circulating and pharmacists have been getting pressure. Any words of encouragement for your team as they go on their day-to-day?
Well, I will say, you know, we got a lot of really positive feedback during those tense moments a few weeks back. And I think our pharmacy team did an excellent job in managing the increase in load during that time. And again, balancing that against all of the work towards getting the Pointe open as well. You know, our team has been hard at work, and we are extremely proud of all of the efforts that they've made in both areas. And I just wanted to say, if anyone's interested in learning more about the Pointe location, or if you want to order your prescriptions online, you can either call us at 302-3280. That's the number for our new location at the Pointe. And if you want to order your prescriptions, you can just email us at prescriptions@doctorshosp.com.
Fantastic, fantastic. Alexis Burrows, Marketing Director with Doctors Hospital Health System. Thank you for being up with us dead early, talking about your new location downtown by the Pointe. Looking forward to visiting that and just experiencing all of the wonderful services that Doctors Hospital provides. Thank you again for being up with us dead early on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise, and we'll be right back.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Our menu, it's digital, so customers, once they come in, they have to scan the menu. Due to the space size, customers were unable to connect. It was unstable. Customers were very irate. They couldn't see what we offered, so sometimes we had customers that left And now we don't have that issue. Customers are easily accessing the menu on the website. So now it's a smooth process and ordering is much easier. Installing the Euromesh was easy as 1, 2, 3.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money. A local international bank that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
And welcome back. We are here at the Mid Show on Bahamas at Sunrise on a marvelous Monday. You're up dead early with us. I'm Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner.
Gabrielle, that was a good first half of the show.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed my conversation with the College Club Bahamas team.
What are they all about? They have their nice blue shirts on. They look very coordinated.
Yeah, so I mean, they're literally on a mission to help students, particularly those in a disadvantage, find their way to college and ultimately, you know, success and purpose.
That's definitely a good role to play. You know, I could imagine not very many people see college as an accessible thing, whether it's financially, spiritually. They're obviously very much into the spiritual edification of the students, so they play a very important role. And, you know, college can be a life-changing experience, whether you are here in the country or you travel abroad. And I encourage, you know, for those who, you know, want to do tertiary education, you know, check out the colleges out there. They got BTVI if you're more of a technical, hands-on person, but challenge yourself, right? And always continue learning.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what they told me.
yeah, that's how they trick you. Yeah, and I had a good conversation with Doctors Hospital as always. Very innovative, always doing new things, new locations, new services. I just love them. Doctors Hospital is great.
Shout out to Doctors Hospital.
So we were talking earlier, there's some big things happening this week. So, well, you got Black Friday coming up?
Yes.
You's one of them people that about to break Amazon in half?
Listen, that's it. I'm not leaving my house because I'm actually going to be traveling for Thanksgiving, but I'm not going to be outside on Black Friday. But, you know, maybe I'll burn up the laptop.
There you go, there you go. Order a new laptop one time. So
I warned my husband already. Warm up the credit card.
You've been warned. I cut mine up already. So we ain't worried about none of that. And then it's, Turkey Day this week?
Yes, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. So for those of us out there who are tuning in, and those who are American citizens, you'll have a holiday. You guys get to celebrate with the family, eat all the turkeys and the stuffings and whatnot. Here in the Bahamas, you know, we love our American neighbors. So it ain't an official holiday, but it's a food holiday.
Oh,
right?
yes, definitely. We're at least going to cook. We're at least going to have turkey and some stuffing.
Yeah, something. I think I like the creativity of all the different types of stuffings people do. I've seen people do lobster stuffing and shrimp stuffing and chicken stuffing. I just love the creativity. So stuffing is my favorite.
Yeah.
What about you?
You're a turkey for stuffing? Yeah, I'm also a huge stuffing fan. I think the best one I ever had, I went to Thanksgiving in the States, and my friend, she made chicken, sausage, apples, and herb stuffing. And clearly, it never left my mind.
That sounds like I need to try that. It ain't gonna come out the same though. And shout out to my Uncle Campbell Claremont. He does the best fried turkey ever. Uncle Campbell, like, come up with something. So we got a lot coming up in our second half. We're going to be talking to golfer Devaughn Robinson.
Take a look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather, sunrise, the tropics, and we count down the 2022 tropical cyclone season. Nine more days left. The tropics is quiet, and tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 5 days. On the local scene, we have that old frontal boundary across Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini, and that's triggering off some cloudiness and pockets of showers and isolated thunderstorms, and they'll continue over the next 24 hours. Otherwise, high pressure will build across the other islands, so we have a mix of sun and clouds. But in your marine forecast today, we do have a caution posted. Those winds blowing easterly at 15, 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. Those winds dropping off 15 knots, seas 5 feet by afternoon. On Tuesday, those winds east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. Then on Wednesday, continue east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet over the islands, falling light and variable at times. Your tides. You can expect a low tide 11:38 this morning. Your next high tide will be at 5:30 this evening. Low again tonight at 11:40. Sunset will be at 5:19 this evening. Rising was 6:31. UV index 8. Your water temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And the moon phase now moving towards the new moon. As you go the week, we will improve as we go from Wednesday into the weekend. We're going to have a mix of sun and clouds, few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, mainly across Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. But for the most part, those temperatures daytime will be in the mid-80s at daytime, at nighttime in the low to mid-70s. That was wrapping up our look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. Thanks, Godfrey. Devaughn Robinson's passion for golfing started at the age of 11, and last year, this professional architect turned golf pro. He's here to talk with us today. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise, Devaughn.
Good morning.
How did you get started playing golf?
My father actually introduced me to the game at age 11. He was my first teacher and pretty much my last teacher too.
So tell me, how did your golf career unfold?
So I played a lot of junior golf here in the Bahamas. I played, I think, on 7 junior national teams and about the same on the senior national level. Went to school at age 17 at Texas Southern University in Houston. Got a bachelor's and master's there, and I played fairly high level amateur golf for about 10 years before turning professional last year in February.
What was the defining moment that made you decide that you wanted to pursue this professionally?
I think the dream was always to pursue it professionally, but when you're an international student in the United States and you want to make a career, the goal is to earn a green card, and I didn't. I wasn't interested in going the marriage route, and so I did the professional route, and that took some time, and I'm now at the point where I run my own business, which is giving me some more freedom to prepare and chase the professional golf dream.
Wow. So I know you recently competed in the Bahamas Professional Golf Association's Corn Kerry qualifier. How did you do?
It's nice to say that I won that one. That was last week, Monday. Rounds of 71 and 66. I was pretty happy with that performance.
Well, congratulations to you on that. It's always good to win. Do you have any other tournaments coming up in the next few months?
And so there's another qualifier at Albany on the 15th or thereabout of December. That, if I win again, that would qualify me for a second Corn Ferry event in January. But if I don't, then there's the Corn Ferry event next summer that I'll be competing in January.
So I know sports kind of goes season into season. What does your training process look like getting ready for the 2023 season?
So there's something every day. If you're not working out or doing some mental exercises, then you're actually out physically on the golf course, getting some short game working and playing golf, playing a lot of competition. Sometimes for money to keep the heat up. But there's a ton that goes into preparing for an event, and even more so a season.
What are some of the challenges that you face as a professional golfer?
Well, the biggest one is going to be the money. It's extremely, I mean, the rumors are true about how expensive it is to play the sport.
Yeah.
And it's even more expensive to try to do it for a living if you're not, a phenom or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty tough when you're supporting your dream yourself. I do have some people that, throw me bones every now and then, but I'm not complaining about supporting myself. I don't have any phone calls to answer on bad days, but that would probably be the biggest challenge, finding funding.
Well, I think to overcome those kind of challenges, obviously you really have to have a passion for it. Why is it that you love golf so much?
Because it's all on you at the end of the day. The victories are so few and far between, that when you do win, you get everything that comes directly to you. Yes, some of it spills over to family and the people that help you along the way, but you're responsible for your successes and your failures. You don't share your failures at the end of the day with anybody. But also, you get to keep all the successes for yourself. So beyond that, it's the toughest game that you're gonna play ever. And so I enjoy a challenge, and I enjoy the challenges that come with trying to get better. It's that simple.
What advice would you have for Bahamian young people who are interested in being golfers? How do they make the most of their talent and this experience?
Beyond physically just getting out and doing the work, the stuff that nobody else wants to do, like working on your short game, working on your putting, I'd say to find as much competition as you can. Try to simulate as much as you can with friends, with relatives, whoever you can, so that when you're in competition, then it doesn't feel foreign to you. It's nothing that you haven't done a couple hundred times already. That'd probably be the biggest advice that I'd give somebody up and coming.
And what are you most looking forward to coming into this 2023 season?
Seeing how much my game progresses over the winter, I guess. I feel like I've been on this upward trend for quite some time. It's been slow, but it's been steady. And so I feel like I've learned a whole lot in the last few months. And I know that if I'm playing my best, there's not a lot of people on the planet that can beat me. And
I love the confidence.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it confidence. It's more factual. I'm looking forward to applying what I've learned in the last few months and seeing what the results look like if those things are applied properly.
Wow. Well, congratulations to you on your success
Thank
thus
you.
far. I can't wait to see what the next few seasons unfold. Ready to see you in the PGA Tour one day in your, I don't want to say, I'm not gonna throw myself out there with the wrong color jacket, but wishing you all the best in terms of your success on your career. And thank you so much for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you to our audience for sticking with us on Bahamas at Sunrise, because we'll be right back.
Since 1967, Freeport Oil Company Limited has been dedicated to fueling growth and prosperity in the Bahamas. We have been a constant pillar within the country, striving to invest and support our community through the best of times and the worst of times. For us, Full Call represents 21 years of strength and consistency, consistent leadership, consistent growth, consistent customer service. Through it all, we are resilient. Full Call, fueling growth for people.
Nassau Agencies Limited is pleased to announce that we are in compliance with the new Price Control Drugs Amendment Regulations 2022. We continue to cooperate with the government as they seek to bring economic relief to our citizens and residents. Nassau Agencies Limited, distributors of Nature's Bounty vitamins and minerals, nutritionals Ensure, Glucerna, beef disinfectant spray, bark insect sprays, prescription drugs, and health and beauty aids. Nassau Agencies Limited, your quality assured pharmaceutical wholesaler.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Welcome back. The Tourism Development Corporation is rolling out its Hospitality Assured program. Executive Director Ian Ferguson was on the show recently to discuss this. Here is that interview. Enjoy.
Nassau Agencies Limited is pleased to announce that we are in compliance with the new Price Control Drugs Amendment Regulations 2022. We continue to cooperate with the government as they seek to bring economic relief to our citizens and residents. Nassau Agencies Limited, distributors of Nature's Bounty vitamins and minerals, nutritionals Ensure, Glucerna, beef disinfectant spray, bark insect sprays, prescription drugs, and health and beauty aids. Nassau Agencies Limited, your quality assured pharmaceutical wholesaler.
Welcome back. The Tourism Development Corporation provides valuable support to tourism entrepreneurs. Here to talk with us about the newly reintroduced Hospitality Assured program is Mr. Ian Ferguson, Executive Director of the Tourism Development Corporation. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, being up dead early. I know you're a busy man, so thank you for your time, right? So tell us, what is the Hospitality Assured program?
Sure. We're really excited to be reintroducing, presenting this wonderful program. It is, in fact, a product of the Institute of Hospitality formed in the United Kingdom. Of course, some 18 years ago, the Caribbean Tourism Organization adopted the program, understanding, seeing its value for the region. And so some 24 countries in the region, including the Bahamas, would have at that time taken part in the program. We had a wonderful start some 14, 15 years ago when I became a part of it. But of course, pandemic and many other things would have, of course, halted our reintroducing that to the Bahamas. We are really excited now that this is the right time, as you know, our tourism numbers increase, as we really gain traction, certainly in some emerging markets. This is absolutely the time for us to help and provide this program that will strengthen, bolster our small businesses, specifically in the islands of the Bahamas.
So tell us, how does the Hospitality Assured program help businesses?
So it is a credentialing system. It is essentially a program that helps them to become more economically viable. It is a system that allows a business advisor to walk into the business walk in with the framework that the Hospitality Assured program provides, 9 steps, specifically that you look at: service recovery, the customer promise, customer research. It provides templates. It goes ahead and it is that essentially that one-on-one, very hand-holding kind of technical consultancy support that every business wants. Yes. Of course, that unfortunately the micro, small, medium-sized enterprise simply doesn't have the economies of scale to be able to source. And so Hospitality Assured provides them with that, that very individual, hand-holding kind of support. Very, very powerful program.
Yes, very important, very powerful. Yeah. Who should be a part of this program?
So it's any business that in any way touches directly or indirectly the tourist. So we're talking about the 8 sectors of tourism, from accommodations to transportation to tours, attractions, adventure, food and beverage. If you in any way interface with the visitor or you impact the visitor's experience in any way, whether you are a very, very small business, if you are in fact just thinking about, you just have a business license and you're ready now, in fact, in my opinion, that's the ideal time for you to get the very foundational, rudimentary kind of information that Hospitality Assured provides. Or if you've been in business for 50 years and you've been doing this forever, if you're in the throes of succession, wherever you fall in terms of size, in terms of scope, in terms of your product offerings, Hospitality Assured is absolutely the best kind of program for you to take part in.
Explain the process for registering for the program, especially for businesses on the Family Island.
Good, good. So the process is really simple. In fact, you simply need to express an interest. We have an application form. It is an online form. Of course, you can also visit our website, tdcbahamas.com. And the registration simply says, I have an interest, I want absolutely to be assessed. And then, of course, we will have the advisors go, do the needs assessment, and then, of course, from there, the quality map is provided in the information package. We go ahead and we, at that point, go through the process of ensuring that they are registered with Caribbean Tourism Organization, and then, of course, we begin the process of those meetings, those monthly sessions.
So tell us about the schedule of advisors moving through the Family Islands.
Good, good. So there are 8 islands of the Bahamas that we have in our launch 2 weeks ago already engaged. Andros, North and South. We have Exuma, we have Eleuthero, we have Bimini, we have Cat Island, we have Acklins, very excited about Acklins, and Abaco. So those 8 island districts, we have 12 advisors, 12 trained advisors, who are going to be moving through the islands of the Bahamas throughout November 28th to December 9th. And so we have a 2-week window to make all of this happen for this introduction. And then, of course, throughout the entire 2023, we're going to be ensuring that all of those businesses get that license. All of the literally hundreds of businesses throughout the islands of the Bahamas, in those specific islands, that will get this Hospitality Assured license, becoming obviously more marketable, obviously getting the information that will help them to bolster what they do, to grow the business, to build the capacity, and more than that, to become more globally competitive. I think this is a season for us now to be in that space where no one stands against the Bahamas, where no one competes against us. We absolutely have the product. We simply need to just bolster some of how we do business.
I agree 100%, and I applaud the TDC for its efforts. You guys are traveling around like a rock star group on tour, right? Moving through the islands.
Indeed.
What other support can hospitality businesses expect from the TDC?
So there are any number of things that we have going on. The Tourism Development Corporation, in fact, all aligned with our 4 corporation priorities. They are linkage creation, of course, product development, a whole lot of things going on in the product development side, business development, which is where Hospitality Assured falls, and then the final area is sectoral engagement. And of course, in the summer, you're going to hear, as we near our 50th celebration as an independent nation, a whole lot of our programs centered around that. But one that you will hear in a short while that we focus on in the linkage creation area is the work that we're doing right now with ensuring that somehow we reduce our dependency on our exports, in particular as it relates to food. And so, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we had a very successful, we call it a culinary conclave, where we brought, you know, persons who are in the decision-making seat for how we purchase food, particularly for the visitors. We know that about 95% of that food is imported, which is beyond ridiculous. And so now we're getting ready to engage the producers, the farmers, in a farmers forum. And of course, a colleague of mine will come and share with you in a short while about that.
That sounds very exciting. You know, we can't forget the farmers. They feed the nation, and that linkage you talk about, connecting agriculture to tourism. And there's so many exciting ideas around agritourism. And as you said, we're untapped. The Bahamas is a magical place. We have lots of our natural habitats still intact, and we just need to be able to help the creative minds out there, those entrepreneurial minds, achieve their goals. So the TDC seems very focused in doing that, and once again, I applaud your efforts. So I'd like to thank you again, Mr. Ian Ferguson, Executive Director for the TDC, the Tourism Development Corporation. Thank you for coming on this morning,
Thank you
early with us, telling us about your efforts, and continue to do the good work.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back. And that's going to do it for us today on Bahamas at Sunrise. Thank you for joining us dead early on this marvelous Monday. It's always a pleasure having you with us, and we're so grateful that you decided to start your week off with us dead early on the show. So go forth and have a productive week. Davriel, give our people something to go with.
Happy Monday. Make it a great one.
And you can start the fast now for Turkey Thursday, right? So cut your meals back, go on your little water and fruit juice diet, get ready for Thursday. Get your stretchy pants, your stretchy shade, your bedroom slippers, so we can eat and sleep and be well. Thank you guys again. Enjoy your week.